In the second and final of our Dirt Rally 2.0 Season 2 DLC videos for today, we're going to be heading to the sun-drenched tarmac of Spain to put the legendary Porsche 911 SCRS through its paces. Should be a fun one, let's get started. What's going on, guys? My name's Martinio and welcome back to Dirt Rally 2.0 and the second of our Season 2 DLC videos for today. So before we jump into this one, if you haven't seen the first video yet where I took the Lancia 037 Evo 2 to Germany, there's a card in the top right hand corner now. You can go view that and come back to this one, or if you want to watch this one and pick it up at the end, there will be a card in the outro as well. But yeah, so for this one we focused on the Porsche 911 SCRS, and this car was it was like a stopgap car almost. Rothmans wanted a car with their livery in the Group B Rally Championship, so they covered most of the costs along with Michelin and Shell. And yeah, I mean, the 959 Group B car was the one that this was supposed to be replaced by, but it never came to fruition, and by the time they sort of got it anywhere close, Group B obviously dissolved. And it had some marginal success, mainly on the tarmac stages. It got like 3 podiums, I think. It could never get that elusive win, but it got 3 podiums, one at Monte Carlo and I think a couple at Corsica. And the development of this car was actually handed over to Dave Richards, the guy who had a lot of success with the pro-drive Subarus with the likes of Colin McRae and Richard Burns in sort of the 2000s, the early to late 90s and the early 2000s as well. So it's a pretty interesting car. As you can see, it's got some fairly impressive stats to go with it. So 290 brake horsepower. It's got a 3-litre 6-cylinder naturally aspirated engine with a 5-speed manual gearbox, and of course it is a Group B rear-wheel drive car. So this should be an interesting one. And given that it was so good on tarmac, that's where we're going to be taking it, and we're going to be going to Spain, which I think would best mirror Corsica, where it picked up a couple of third-place finishes. So we're going to be going to Descencio por Carretera. It's just over 2.5 miles. We're going to do a half-2 start, and it's going to be clear weather, of course, because I'm not driving this thing in the wet. Smooth asphalt throughout, as we know, and 2.85 miles is the distance. So this should be fun and interesting. I think, and only marginally terrifying, I guess. So we're gonna see what we can muster in this thing. Before we jump into it, though, let's just take a look at the leaderboards and see what we're going up against. So the best time is a 2:08.805. So I'm going to try my best to get onto the first page, but it is going to be a challenge because the times are very, very closely matched. So these are very, very good drivers, and obviously these are world leaderboards as well. So yeah, it should be an interesting one. Let's just make sure we got the soft tyres on. Yep. Okay then. So let's head down there and get this thing kicked off. Okay then, guys. So here we are, and we're just about ready to get things started now. Because I've never driven one of the rear-wheel drive Group B cars on this particular stage, I don't really have any basis for comparison in terms of what we should be aiming for. I'm not going to get on the first page. Those guys are infinitely more talented than I am, and also, I've not got any setup on the car. It's my first time driving it. But I do like my tarmac stages, so shall we say 230 or under? That could be fairly respectable. We'll give that a go. We'll see if we can get under 230 and get to the end of the stage without binning it. And if we can do that, I think I'll be pretty happy with the run. So yeah, it should be fun regardless, though, and only mildly terrifying. So let's get things started and see what we can do. Ooh, it sounds good.
56 left, 30. 3 right opens, 6 long into 1 left long. Into 3 right tightens, 50, 2 left long, 50, 4 right long, into big cut, 5 left, into 5 right long, opens of a crest, into 5 left, extra long, into big cut, 5 right, 60, 6 left, opens 30, 6 left, into 5 right tightens, 50, 6 left, 150, 5 left.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit understeery through
right, into cut,
entry and a little bit oversteery on the exit, but overall it's pretty good. Tricky though.
52 right, into 2 left long, 3 right, 4 left, into 6 right, extra long of a crest, 60, 6 left long, tightens 4, into 6 right, keep left of a 30, 3 right tightens, into 4 left long, into caution, 3 right long, tightens 2, 100, 3 left, 30, 2 right long, opens of a crest, 30, 4 left, into 5 right, into 3 left, opens 6, extra long, 30,
Yeah,
left,
definitely
30,
oversteering
right
under
long,
braking.
into 6 left, into 3 right long, opens, into 6 left, extra long, tightens 4, keep right over 50, 3 left tightens, into 4 right, 30, 1 left long tightens, into 1 right, into 1 right over finish, into 2
There we go.
left,
Oh,
into 3
227. And clattering the timing board. 227.460. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, it was tricky because it had decent amounts of both understeer through sort of the entry and the mid corner, and then you get oversteer on the exit, and also sort of under, you know, mild to heavy braking. The light would go, you know, the rear of the car would go very, very light. So it's a really tricky car to drive. A lot more difficult than the Lancia. The Lancia felt very planted. You wouldn't, if you didn't know anything about it, you would think it was 4-wheel drive for the most part, because it was so planted, and it was a lot more civilized than this thing appears to be. But yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable nonetheless, because it was a challenge. So we got that, we hit our target of getting under a 2 minutes and 30-second run. Let's see leaderboard wise where that puts us. I'm expecting somewhere in the 300s potentially. God. 720. God, I'm so shit in the rear wheel drive cars. I really am. I hate them. I mean, we're only 18 seconds off the top time. So, and this was one of the first stages. You know, being 18 seconds off the top time, I think is pretty good. And considering how close we are, look, I mean, there's only a spread of maybe 1.5 tenths of a second between 720 and 731 on this page. So I think that's pretty good overall. I mean, there are going to be guys that are infinitely faster than me. Like I said, I'm not the greatest driver when it comes to the rear wheel drive cars. On tarmac in a 4-wheel drive car, I think I'm pretty quick, but these ones are a completely different kettle of fish. But regardless, the Porsche 911 SCRS, pretty fun to drive. Like I said, challenging. If you can figure out how to dial the understeer out on entry and mid corner and get it to be a little bit more manageable and not so, you know, squirmy under braking and through the exit of the corner, this thing can be very, very quick, I think. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of today's videos, guys. Hope you did enjoy this video and the other one, the Lancia 037. Both very fun cars to drive. If I had to pick one of them to take anywhere throughout all of the stages in the game, I'd probably take the Lancia. It just feels a bit more civilized, but this is fun nonetheless. If you want a challenge, then definitely give it a go and pick it up. But yeah, like I said, guys, that's pretty much the end of today's video. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, you would like to see more Dirt Rally 2.0 or general racing content from myself, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get updates for all of my new videos whenever they go live. Also drop a comment down below, guys. Have you tried either of these cars out? If you've tried both of them, which one is your favourite? Is it the Porsche? Is it the Lancia? And what are your reasons for liking it? Let me know in the comments, guys. Always happy to hear from you. But once again, thank you everybody so much for watching. Stay cool, and as always, I will catch you in the next video. Peace!